Hi everyone, today we're going to look at My Math, Chapter 2, Lesson 9, Multiply by one digit. Students will be able to multiply up to a 3-digit number by a 1-digit number. All right, let's get started. So you should have studied this lesson a little bit last year in 4th grade, but we're going to review it and then maybe take it to the next level. So let's start out with a fairly simple problem. 32 times 3. Now remember that multiplication is really repeated addition. So 32 times 3 is the same thing as 32 plus 32 plus 32. We're adding 32 3 times. And you might figure it out that way. However, as we get to larger factors, so when our factors are larger, we're not going to want to add something 68 times. So that's where multiplication comes into play. So let's start with 32 times 3. I'm going to stack it so that I can figure out how to solve it. Multiplication is all about sharing. And this factor 3 is going to get shared with 32. But let's break it down to its place value. Let's share 3 with the 2 in the ones place. So 3 multiplies by 2. 3 times 2 is 6. We're finished with the 2 now, but we still have the 3 in the tens place. So now 3 has to share or multiply with 3. 3 times 3 is 9. So 32 times 3 equals 96. Now you'll notice that when we multiply, we start off going up and down or going vertically, and then we switch to going diagonally. That's different from addition subtraction, where we're constantly going vertically and adding or subtracting by place value. So it's a little different with multiplication. We start off horizontal or vertically, and then we move diagonally. Let's do another example, a little more challenging. 45 times 6. Let's find the product. I'm going to stack my problem, and then I'm going to share 6 with 45. That might not be mental math. It probably is not mental math for many of you. So let's break it down. 6 has to individually share or multiply with the 5 first. 6 times 5 is 30. So just like with addition, I want to put down my ones place and carry over my tens place. And I carry it to the next place value, which would be the tens place in this one. So notice that when I carried my 3 for 30, I put a plus in front of it, and that helps me to remember that I'm adding that 3. Now I know this is multiplication. Why are we adding? Because that's how we do this, okay? So we're finished with the 5. Now 6 has to share with 4. So let's take 6 times 4, which is 24, and then add in that 3. So we take the 24 plus 3 more, and that gives me 27. So there is nothing else over here. There's no hundreds. So I can just write down my 27. I don't have to worry about carrying anything because there are no other digits. So 45 times 6 equals 270. All right, let's do a 3-digit factor multiplied by a 1-digit factor. So 825 times 3. I'm going to stack my problem. 3 has to multiply with 825, but let's do individual place values. So 3 has to multiply with the ones place first. 3 times 5 equals 15. I put down my 5 and I carry my 1 to the tens place. Now 5 is all done. Next, 3 has to multiply with the tens place, 2. 3 times 2 equals 6. Plus 1 more, don't forget that. Plus 1 more gives me 7. So I write my 7 down in my tens place. Now I'm done with my 2. Lastly, 3 times 8 equals 24. I don't need to worry about carrying because there's nothing in the thousands place. So 3 times 8 is 24. I can write that in my answer, my product, and I'm all set. So 825 times 3 equals 2,475. All right, let's do one more and take that level of difficulty up a little bit more. 946 times 8. So let's stack that. 8 has to share with each place value above it. First, 8 shares with the ones place. 8 times 6 is 48. I put down my 8, the ones place, and I carry the 4 to the tens. Now I'm finished with my 6. 8 has to share with the tens place now. 8 times 4 is 32, plus those 4 that we carried over. So 32 plus 4 more is 36. Put your 6 down, carry your 3 to the next place value spot, which is the hundreds. Now I'm done with the tens. Cross them out. Lastly, 8 times the hundreds place, or 8 times 9, is 72. Plus 3 more gives us 75. There's nothing else, so we don't have to carry. We can just write 75 as our part of our product. So 946 times 8 equals 7,568. You can also use other methods to multiply, such as partial products or the lattice method. However, I think most adults know how to multiply with just the algorithm, which I showed you with the steps. So that might be good for you to learn. If you'd like to learn the other ways, I'm sure YouTube has plenty of videos on how to use the lattice method or how to use partial products. So I'll leave that up to you. For now, that's it, and I'll see you tomorrow when we talk about multiplying by a 2-digit number. Have a good day.